Please like and subscribe as we push hard for 9,000 subs. And let me preface this video by stating that none of this is financial advice. Do your own research and come to the best conclusions you can based upon what you find. This is going to be a bit of a different video. For the most part, I'm just going to be ranting about things that are really pressing on my mind right now. And that is that 90% of the things in this life that we live now here in 2026 is an outright scam. And yes, this does directly relate to silver and gold stacking because, of course, silver and gold are of true value, true worth, and they can actually be utilized and they are needed in today's day and age. Gold as a security to back this BS financial system that we live inside of, and silver as a highly sought after industrial metal that will continue fueling this exponentially exploding technological advancement that we are experiencing. I received some bad news several days ago at my place of work. I work for a very large company and I got pretty lucky that this doesn't affect my department directly, but there was a mass email sent out that basically explained to the majority of the company that everyone was receiving massive pay cuts. I went through and did my own calculations and spoke with other people inside of the company and found that the pay cuts range anywhere from 9% to about 20%, which is absolutely insane. This company is a part of the S&P 500. The CEO makes millions and millions of dollars every single year. But ultimately, when it comes to the actual people that make the company its money, the people that are doing all the work, that are meeting with the clients, that are meeting deadlines, the people that are innovating and networking and making this company competitive and providing it its continued shelf life in this extremely competitive landscape that we're in here in 2026, those people are the ones that are going to pay the price. Those people are the ones that are going to lose money. They're going to receive pay cuts while everything else is getting more expensive, while job availability continues to drop more and more. These everyday common people that work in these important positions are the ones that are paying the price. And it's not like there's somewhere that they can go to easily replace their jobs because, of course, the job market isn't exactly good right now. And I don't foresee a very positive outlook on future job growth as we move forward into the future. So not only while things are getting more expensive and the dollar is losing buying power more and more, we don't just get stagnant pay, we literally get less pay. This is when I realize how sociopathic and out of touch the people that are at the very top running a lot of these companies are. In the email, they attempted to pitch this pay cut as a positive thing, as something that's going to help the staff and help the company understand the true values and mission of the company and grow closer together to create better products and services. They really tried to twist it in a way to make it sound like a good thing, and it was honestly incredibly intellectually insulting and straight up disingenuous. Let me take some of this silver out. I have it just sitting here. I'm not doing anything with it. So while things kind of seem like they're falling apart, at least I can take out some silver, take a look at it, and know that as each day passes, especially in a market like this one, that these metals prices are going up more and more, and over the long term, they're only going to become more and more powerful within my financial portfolio. By the way, feel free to check out today's video sponsor, Pembex. They're an online metals dealer with low prices and secure shipping, and they support the 49's Fine YouTube channel. They're very nice people, and I appreciate them very much for the support that they've shown me. So if you would like to add some silver and gold to your stack, check them out at pembex.com. But basically, yeah, we got a big pay cut. A lot of us did, at least. Luckily, where I'm at inside of the corporate machine didn't get affected by this yet, and I don't have very high hopes that my pay as well will not get reduced. But to be honest, I can't say that I'm surprised. These things are going to happen more and more as we move into the future. The term "sell America" is gaining popularity all over the place, and basically the dollar is being sold out from under us, whether we like it or not. And what's unfortunate about this is the fact that we have to operate inside of a paper system. There are literally laws that keep us inside of the paper system, whether it be taxes on income, taxes on metals, the fact that we have to report absolutely everything. We're required to report absolutely everything that comes in and out. Paying somebody under the table is not allowed. Things of that nature are what keeps us stuck in this rigged crap fiat system. And it's really, really starting to get to me, because the longer that I've stacked, the more it has isolated me. Not necessarily isolated me. It's the more I've stacked, the more it's alienated me from normal societal expectations in regards to finance. I don't want to dump all of my money into the stock market whenever I can't determine how much of that stock value is just fluff that's been made up, that's entirely speculative, or how much of that stock market value is actual real company value, real companies that are making real things, that are producing good services, real products, and moving us forward as a country. I can't actually determine that on my own. And in the past, whenever I looked at the S&P 500, it looked like something that was very safe. And I guess based upon history, it is very safe to invest in the S&P 500 long term. But unfortunately, I just don't fully believe in it. I don't fully believe in the prices that I see, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence. There's been plenty of rumors and speculation around how exactly these AI companies are able to continue producing mass amounts of revenue. And there's even a few articles that you can find online stating that they're going to go bankrupt within several years. And that wouldn't be a big deal if the S&P 500 didn't consist of 35% tech stocks. And now, of course, a lot of these tech companies aren't necessarily artificial intelligence companies. They're just regular tech companies that we've had for decades. The problem is they're integrating AI on every level that they can. They're going all in on artificial intelligence. And if that bubble pops, I think it's going to not only absolutely devastate AI stocks, but it's going to bring down regular tech stocks in a big way as well. It really feels like at this point that the world is forgetting about the human element. Well, I don't want to say the world, that's too generalizing. More specifically, companies and the market are forgetting about the human element. A lot of investment is put into speculative things that don't necessarily serve us. All of these data centers, these small town sized, massive data centers that thousands of people work at every single day as they're being built all over the country, these data centers are costing insane amounts of money. Entire portions of our economic power is going towards the establishment of these data centers. And the thing about these data centers is, as much effort as we put into building them, as much money goes into building them, as much power they're going to pull from the grid that's already struggling to support its current load, as much juice is being put into this data center development all over the country. What I want everybody to understand is that none of this is for us. This is not for us. We were living life just fine before these things started getting developed. And yes, I know it is basically an arms race at this point. Whichever country ends up with the superior AI is going to have a massive advantage over every single other country in the world. And we are without a doubt in a race against China, and they're really not very far behind us at all. But that doesn't change the fact that whenever you're driving down the highway and you see this massive compound with hundreds and hundreds of employees' vehicles parked outside of it, that is not about you. It's not about me. It's not about your family. It's not about any of us. And it doesn't go to serve us. It's just to establish a surveillance state over the country where data can be processed at unprecedented speeds and everybody can be tracked instantaneously. That's all that this is. It's establishing the future that we are going to live in. And at the very same time, the dollar is being de-dollarized. Everything is going to turn into tokens. We're headed straight towards digital currency, and I think it's going to be less than 10 years that we live in an absolutely cashless society. So it makes a lot of sense, and it's very convenient that the dollar is being sold out from under us, and the world is shifting towards true value, true assets, but at the same time, a lot of this printing of the dollar dollar is going towards fluff. It's going towards assets that aren't as valuable as they seem, in my opinion. I'll take a silver crash, I'll take a gold crash all day long. I will buy the dip, I will take the opportunity to load up on more weight at much cheaper prices. I will use that to lower my dollar cost average and set myself up for the future. But a stock market crash is very different, in my opinion, because the demand behind it, the true value, the true meat and potatoes inside of these stocks aren't nearly as valuable as actual prices right now, in my opinion. I think everything is overblown. It's harder and harder for us to get by each and every day. It's harder to pay bills. We're not only living through stagnant wages, we're even getting pay cuts on top of that. Meanwhile, the market continues to rally. The stock market continues to hit all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. Sure, there's a little bit of volatility in there, but ultimately, this ticker symbol keeps moving up across the whole stock market. And it's just not reflecting what real life is. We're all out here struggling. We're struggling to get by, and yet on paper, for some reason, it looks like we're prospering more than ever. Meanwhile, we have this massive, dark, gloomy cloud called national debt that continues to increase more and more. And now we're at a point that taxes can't even cover the interest on it. So the way that everything is presented to us just seems like a flat out lie. The only truth that I can really find is in things that are tangible: real estate, land, and rare minerals. That's basically all I can find that truly has any real value behind it. And I know that there are some real companies out there that do real work, that create good products, that provide good services, but they, in my opinion, compared to current stock valuations, those companies are few and far between. It's a completely dishonest, disingenuous market that we're looking at, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to say how I feel right now, because honestly, ever since I received the emails that's going to affect my friends that I work with every day, that have kids, that have families to support, I've just really been in kind of a negative mindset. And I've tried to keep quiet about it because I don't want to bring people down. But man, it all just ties in to everything else that I'm seeing. There's a reason why silver and gold are rallying like never before. There's a reason for that. It's a clear sign as to what is really going on. And what's really frustrating about this is nobody cares. Nobody cares. The mass majority of people don't care at all. They're not paying attention. They're too worried about what's being advertised to them on TV, the new thing that they could buy, the overpriced car that's priced 45% over its real sticker price at the dealership. That's what everybody is looking at right now. And it just, it really, that's that kind of alienating feeling that I get when I hear what some people are excited about. I get excited about picking up more metals. I get excited about the future financial security that I'm able to establish for myself moving into the future. But most people do not care. And the problem is that this all leads somewhere. This leads somewhere very, very real. And it's not right now. It may not be 10, 15, or 20 years from now, but that day will come, and most of us are going to be alive for it, especially with young people. I really feel for young people, people that are my age or a little bit older or a little bit younger. I want to speak for young people for just a moment and say that every generation has had lazy people. Lazy people have been around since the beginning of time. There's always people that just don't want to work anymore, quote unquote. That's been a thing forever. And for sure, there are certainly lazy young people out there, without a doubt. But I must say that whenever I look around and I look at the people that are my age, the people that are a little bit older, the millennials, and I look at the people that are a little bit younger than me, all of them are working. All of them are working so hard, and a lot of them are working 40, 45, 50, 55 hours a week just to stand still, just to get by. They're not getting ahead at all. And that's because of this system that's absolutely screwed anybody that was born in the past 40 years. Really, anybody that was born past 1971. I mean, once we left the gold standard, that's when this all started. But at the same time, the flip side of that coin, young people, a lot of the time, are wasting their money on crap that they shouldn't be. They're not being intentional, and they're not thinking about the future. And I'm not surprised that that's the case, because in our public education system, we're not taught anything about finances. We're told to get good grades so we can go to college and give a university $150,000 to get a degree to maybe get a good job. That's what we're told to do. At no point are we told, hey, try to keep your cost of living as low as possible, invest a consistent, decent portion of your income into something of true value, avoid all the advertising that's literally constantly blaring at us from all directions every single day of our lives, and do everything you can to stay out of high interest debt. At no point are we taught any of those things. And we haven't been for decades and decades and decades. And I gotta tell you, I don't want to be conspiratorial, but I think there's a reason for that. In my opinion, I think the public education system is not designed to create people that are going to experience freedom and are going to pursue happiness and pursue property. I don't think that's what the American education system is designed to do. I think it's designed to create employees. People that know how to do a job so they can produce revenue for a company so the company can grow. And at no point are they told not to buy all the flashy things that are being advertised at them through the TV, through the radio, through their phones. At no point are they taught to keep the money at home and put it in a good spot. And what do you know? We're at record high credit card debt levels in this country. The average American saves less than $1,000 a year, which is insane. And I think that's all as a result of the intentionally designed public education system. It's all a scam. So many things are disingenuous. Things are not as they seem. Reality is most definitely stranger than fiction, and we are living in it. I was watching a TV show the other night on the one streaming platform that I pay for. I refuse to pay more than $20 a month on streaming services, but I was watching this show called Landman. I really like Landman. It's a really good show. Y'all should check it out. But I have the lowest subscription, so it plays like 2 minutes of ads once every 9 or 10 minutes. And the thing that I've noticed about these ads is that we're getting advertised the same things that we've been advertised for like 30 years. How many times are we going to get advertised a Mr. Clean magic eraser? How many years in a row is it 80% better than before? It's always so much better than before. How many times are we going to get advertised another Swiffer mop or a new highly absorbent paper towels? How many times are we going to get advertised the same exact product at a higher price that is somehow so much more revolutionary than the one before it? And when are we going to realize that all of this is untrue? It's the same product every single year. It's not any better than it was before, and it's a higher price. The amount of overpurchasing is rampant in this country, and it's because we're all stuck in this freaking echo chamber of BS. It's interesting how everything can always be so much better than before, so much more advanced than before, and we're told that it will make our lives better, it will make us feel better. You look at all these ads and the people are smiling and bright and full of life and so happy. And all of these products do the same thing. They're basically telling us that it's the key to meaning in life and that it's going to make everything better all the time. Meanwhile, in reality, things get harder and harder and harder every single year. And I usually keep all of this to myself. I just keep that frustration and I contain it inside, and I just keep pushing. I stay focused on my goals and I work towards establishing a good quality of life for myself and my family. But whenever I got that disingenuous, intellectually insulting email about pay cuts across the board all over the company that I work for, it really just kind of pushed me over the edge. That really that really bothered me a lot. And I won't be surprised if a couple months from now or in January of next year that I'm exposed to this pay reduction as well. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I have to say that I am so thankful that I found this community, that I found the people that I've found. I'm able to engage with the people that truly understand what the real value is, and they're not listening to all the noise, and they're not spending all their money on things that don't matter. They can see through the lies, and they're willing to make the sacrifices that are required to be able to pick up these beautiful precious metals that aren't exactly cheap. They're not easy to get a hold of. They require a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of work hours to get a hold of, and all they really do is just sit on your desk and look very pretty. It's not some big, beautiful, flashy TV. It's not some super fast car that's better than everyone else's car on the road. It's just true value that protects you over time. And yet, despite all of the attraction, the circus that's put in front of us, stackers continue to buy and work towards getting a hold of things that are actually real. And I really admire everybody that's been doing this before all the loudmouths on YouTube started talking about it, before people like me showed up and started ranting online about it. I'm really inspired by you guys that were able to realize this without anyone telling you anything about it. To be able to spot the truth when you're crowded by lies and deception and the scam of this society that we live in, to be able to determine what is truly valuable and what really matters and what will truly protect you and what is actually good for you and your family, to be able to identify that in the midst of all of this is truly impressive. But I really wanted to speak on that today, and I really want to see more and more young people get into the hobby of stacking. The younger generations are in for a very, very rough time financially. I've got friends that have kids, and I don't say anything, but when I see them with their kids, I just ask myself, what kind of world is this little kid gonna be in by the time that he's my age? How is he going to get by? What type of challenges is that little kid gonna approach and have to live through whenever he's my age? But really, I'm just very thankful for everyone that watches the videos. I'm very appreciative of everyone that comments down below, and I know you guys are out there fighting the good fight. I'll never meet any of you. I'll never shake any of your hands. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that, but I just want to say that I really admire you guys, and I'm very thankful that you all watch these videos. At the end of the day, we're fighting the good fight, and like history shows, we're outnumbered, and the odds aren't exactly in our favor, but at the end of the day, we're fighting for what's true. We're fighting for what's right. We understand where the value is. We understand the lies. We see through the deception of the rampant advertisement and the world's constant attempt to take the money that we work so hard for. But anyways, guys, please stay safe out there. Keep stacking. Peace.